Shakespeare once said, "The road to independence is paved with the wrecks of nations." While a bleak outlook, these sobering words are nonetheless accurate, a testimony to their accuracy being the shattered continent of Africa, which reels through the 21st century like a drunken behemoth, ablaze from numerous internal conflicts and natural strife. By comparison, Grenada's history has also been lively with early colonial wars and revolutions. This lively history continued to the transition to full independence in 1974. Most Grenadians felt that this was premature, and instead of jubilant celebrations, the island was on strike and in protest. Nonetheless, independence was thrust upon us, and Grenada came of age under the leadership of Sir Eric Gary, a flamboyant and controversial figure who had a very divisive effect on the population, resulting in the 1979 left-wing coup by Maurice Bishop, who greatly admired Fidel Castro. Bishop attempted to turn Grenada into a social state, improving medical care and education. But he did so at the cost of freedom. Anyone who opposed him was thrown in jail, and all independent newspapers were banned. However, this didn't insulate him from opposition within his own ranks. Second in command, Bernard Cord, his wife, Phyllis Cord, and members of the army took Bishop as prisoner. After a massive crowd freed him, an army group assaulted the fort where he was situated, and in a bloody spasm of revolutionary collapse, executed him along with half of his cabinet. At this point, the United States, along with Grenada's Eastern Caribbean states, launched an air and sea invasion, which restored democratic government to the island. Since then, Grenada has been led by 6 other prime ministers. Herbert Blaise, Ben Jones, Nicholas Brathwaite, and George Brazan have since been deceased, but Tillman Thomas and Keith Mitchell are still alive and making varied contributions to society. The very statement, "the road to independence," is misleading because it assumes that we as a nation have achieved independence. In fact, the very statement indicates that there is not end to the road. As Grenadians, we must do our utmost best to ensure that we never allow our nation to become a wreck on the shoulder of this road. Independence is not a day or a week of visible celebration. It is a state of mind that must be present in all of us. It is your duty as students, as citizens, to ensure that your actions reflect only the best for your country. No one expects you to drape yourself in the flag and run through the Capitol, but your conduct at home and abroad reflects on your island. Though you may not be aware of it, as citizens of Grenada, we are always serving as ambassadors, even when we are at home. Our actions, be they good or bad, help form opinion of us that stays with people, both foreign and local. It is very popular to state that the youth are the future, but in reality, you are the present. Time flies, and before you know it, the decisions that you would have left to your parents and government will be your own. Bob Marley made a very accurate statement when he sang, "Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds." To be truly independent, it is not enough to free the laws and legal controls of our island from foreign control. We must free our minds from the threats of cultural penetration and cultural ignorance. There is nothing wrong with knowing about other cultures, but we must avoid is a wholesale adoption of said culture in preference of our own. Cultural awareness is also essential, and not just mouthing words and wearing the color, but knowing and being proud. Our sense of independence must extend to being unwilling to accept failure and weakness in our fellows, and punishing severely those who would besmirch our nation's reputation. In closing, I reiterate, independence is not just a word, and the road to independence is a long one, fraught with challenge that it will not be up to us, our children, and theirs to overcome. It is only by ceasing to be selfish, narrow-minded individuals that we can start paving this road for our children and theirs. Thank you.